live every other Wednesday, my dude. This is Chillcast.
Hey yo everybody, welcome back to another illustrious and beautiful Chillcast. It's Wednesday, my dude, and that means we're back at it with your host, Zach the Meme Man Minyard. Always joined by my beautiful, luscious co-host, D-Dub, man. D-Dub, how you doing?
Yo, how the fuck you doing? It's your boy D-Dub, man. I review your life. I review people's lives on the internet.
Have you actually reviewed a life?
I did Ego Raptors, and then nobody else ever since.
When are you gonna review more lives? You should review.
I wanted to do Tyler the Creator, but like he keeps doing stuff. Yeah, he can't. I want people who are like stagnant where they're at to like.
Do you think Ego Raptor's not gonna grow anymore? Is that what you're saying?
What do you expect him to do? Something else?
He's gonna do Let's Plays till he dies or stops making money.
Is that the American dream?
Yeah, I think more kids want to be YouTubers now than anything, and I don't blame them. I mean, look at us.
Is it a sad dream?
No, I think there's a lot of freedom in being a YouTuber. I think a sad dream is like, I'm going to be a movie star, you know? Like, oh, of course you are. I feel like at least this has a better chance of happening.
There's a better success rate.
And it's less costly and it's less risky. Because, I mean, like, we have jobs and we do things outside of YouTube. And we're not trying to get famous or anything, but, like, we can do things that aren't YouTube related. And still do YouTube.
Like, finding gigs to, like, get like an acting gimmick like that. Like, you gotta fucking do auditions, which aren't always guaranteed. You know, there's a lot of stuff going into that, and especially for being a rapper. Ooh, don't get me started on like trying to become like an artist.
That's probably like the other thing that everyone tries to do is be a rapper, like a lot of kids.
Would you say that the success rate is lower than being a successful YouTuber or being a rapper, or is it like in between?
I feel like it's harder to be a rapper just because everyone's trying to do it, and it's a very niche audience.
Well, you can say the same thing about being a YouTuber, though.
No, because YouTubers, there are different types of like audiences that YouTubers. You can do gaming stuff, you can do makeup stuff, you can do ASMR, you can do skit comedy.
So like, there's a lot of niches going into YouTube, while like rap is like, oh, he raps like.
Yeah, like if you do anything else that's not like SoundCloud rap or something, then you get put in like, oh, he's like a gimmicky artist, like Lil Nas X or something.
It's a pretty big box to be in.
Mm-hmm. And it's a lot of competition.
It is a lot of competition, but what you stated as good competition?
I think there's a lot of garbage SoundCloud rap because everyone just thinks
there's a lot of garbage YouTubers as well.
Yeah, there are tons of garbage YouTubers, but I feel like the garbage YouTubers and SoundCloud people, like the really bad ones, don't get supported. I mean, there are people that get supported that you probably don't agree with should be supported.
What I'm saying is, like, I feel like YouTube and rap are kind of on the same wavelength. Like, think about like channels like Rice Gum and think about Little Pump. I feel like those are the two, like, oh, it's bad, but there's a niche market for like people like that. Therefore, like that's why they're as big as they are.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But like, I think the thing that keeps them from falling down with other bad people is they at least have production value.
Yeah.
Like they're tolerable. Like they have nice cameras, they have nice sounds, they're doing things correctly, and they make
But it's also another
frequently.
thing too. Okay. Well, then like that changes everything then, because like on YouTube you can have like shitty video quality, but people will still like your content. But in rap, like if you got like a Guitar Hero mic rapping over a beat, I don't think you can get famous off of that.
I think that's true, but I think that's because rap wants rap. You know, like a YouTube video can be anything as long as you're doing something interesting. People don't give a shit about your video quality. You know, like look at me. But shut up. But music people, I mean that's the point of it, is it has to sound nice, you know, it has to sound professional. I mean, that's even good. Like if something sounds kind of beat up, you know, like the first Little Boat album, you know, it kind of sounds amateurish at times.
Yeah, all of his amateurs, ain't it? Like,
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, about all of it. But I mean, he has big names on it, and he's got some bops on it. Like, people can get past it sometimes.
do you think that like whenever an artist gets like experimental, like let's say that, like there's an artist that's like been I don't want to say stagnant, but like their music has been good, like like throughout the years, and then they release that one project that's like, oh, they're saying what I'm used to listening to.
Yeah.
Like YouTubers can do that as well, right?
Yeah.
Like fucking release like something like I don't know, like iDubbbz like release a whole documentary on.
Yeah, I
a
was
fat
about
guy.
to say iDubbbz just
Yeah.
put out like a weird documentary in the middle of whatever the fuck he does now. Yeah,
So,
I guess people can do that. I think it depends on the content creator. I feel like some content creators get bored. I mean, musicians and YouTubers alike, they get bored of what they're doing and they want to break the mold, especially people who have been doing it for a long time. Like Max
Yes.
Mofo doesn't do fucking prank call vomit videos anymore. He does Pokemon cards and podcasts.
I think that comes with getting older.
Yeah.
Those, but like I feel like artists is like doing other gimmicks. Like I feel like that's like not getting older. Actually, I take that back. Tyler the Creator, like he said that as he got older, he like wisened up for music. Kanye West is he is something completely different. He just likes to experiment every album, which isn't.
I feel like he didn't
bad.
experiment at first. I feel at first he was playing it real safe, and then he did Graduation, and he did the Graduation thing for a little bit.
I
and
think
then he did
I think it
Yeezy.
took his mother dying to like really change everything.
Yeah, I think it really affected him a lot. His
and,
dad
and
is
it sucks
still
to
alive,
say
right?
because like like that shouldn't like a drastic change like that shouldn't affect you that much, but for Kanye he went he went full sicko mode.
He went Dicko mode.
That is not what I said.
That's what you meant.
Dude, you remember Dicko mode last year? That shit was crazy.
Dude, I was talking about Dicko mode the other day, and I don't even remember why.
Yo, we're almost at the end of the. Oh my god! Happy Halloween, everybody! Like
Oh
freaking.
yeah, it's tomorrow, right?
Oh my god! Oh my dude! I will say that this year went by fast, but it went by like similarly. It went by neutral for me. Like I started driving. I got my license finally this year.
Yeah, about fucking
So
time.
like, it took me a while.
Yeah.
But like, so I think that me driving has made days. I wouldn't say longer, but like, I can now feel the days going by slower than when I was just getting drove to places. So like, yeah, like this year is like went by like at a pretty neutral pace. Like usually the years go by fast for me.
No, I feel like everyone at the end of the year is always like, "Oh, where did the year go? It went by so fast." I feel
Well,
like
like
everyone says that.
you got a house this year.
I did, yeah. I feel like I feel like I've been here forever, but I've only been here like 5 months. Yeah, it's probably like about 5 months.
You
Oh,
graduated
hold
5
the
months
fuck up!
ago.
Someone's at the door, D-Dub.
Oh, well, I
Hold on.
guess I'll.
Hold
I
on.
guess.
Let me
I
open
guess-
my door. Who is it? Hello? It's Sly.
Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
That's right. Sly.
Whoa!
Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill
Whoa!
himself. That's a fact.
Whoa!
Holy shit.
That's a
We can't hear you if
that's
you're
a bit
saying anything.
controversial. That's a bit controversial for the.
Yeah, watch the whole
for the
podcast go dark now after we said that.
Hey, all.
Yeah, dude. Like we're not supposed to be a controversial podcast. We're supposed to be a chillcast. The guys
Yeah.
driving while listening to this. Guys washing dishes while listening to this.
Yeah, there's probably somebody getting beheaded while listening to this.
That's true.
That
This is the last thing we'll ever
whoa!
hear.
I mean, honestly, we need to make their like beheading like worthwhile. Let's say something funny to them.
Have fun.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
So no head.
So,
Oh, I like that one. I like
yeah,
that
why
one.
don't we just add in the bruh sound effect?
Yeah, brum sound effect too.
Yeah, go ahead and type in "bruh."
I don't know how you
in-
do it
in
on
chat.
the new. On
No,
the new
like,
one.
I'll
Can
do
I
it.
get
I'll do it
Can I get
by
a
you do
bruh
it.
moment in the chat?
Can we get
Can
some
I
bro
get a
moments?
bruh in the chat? Play bruh. Freaking. So Sly, introduce yourself.
Oh, hi, I forgot. Yeah, I'm like, 9 minutes late?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Bruh.
Um,
Bruh.
Wait a second. I didn't think it was gonna do that. Wait a minute.
Well, I mean, I don't really think I need to introduce myself. I have been on this
Sly,
podcast before.
introduce
It's
yourself.
just been
I
a
love
long
you.
You have to
time.
introduce. We introduce ourselves every podcast. It's our
Um,
podcast.
I'm a guy. My name's Sly.
Sly guy.
Yeah,
Any connection to Sly Cooper at all?
No.
Do you get asked that a lot?
Yes. I've actually been asked that like 5 times ever, but it's still like something I need to clarify because it's.
Are you not a fan of the series at all, or like
I've never
what?
played the game.
He's a fake fan.
Yeah, that's it.
Can you tell us the origins of the word Sly?
I actually got it because I this is gonna be some nerd shit, but I at one point I did like LARP with a couple friends of mine, and I just really liked the word.
What does LARP stand for, Sly?
Yes, Sly. What does
at
LARP
home
stand
who
for?
don't know?
I'm sure they can look it up themselves.
Nah, Sly. No, you need to. Don't do
You have to
that.
explain it.
Oh, is
Sly.
okay. That's like the equivalence of like me trying to say like, everybody knows what LARP is, dude.
I don't know what LARP is. Sly, tell me.
Yes, you do.
What is it? Then how come I don't
Sly.
know?
How hard is it
so
to
much.
explain what LARPing
Live
is?
action role play.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Kill yourself.
Wait. So like, when we say role play, like, are we talking about like fursuits fucking or like what? Like what?
No, talking about like pretty much live action D&D.
Magic missile.
Can you fuck?
I don't know.
Yeah, can you just start fucking?
I feel like, well, I wouldn't know. 'Cause
Can
at
I-
the time
can
I
I
was
roll?
underage, but I'm sure there are some LARP rings that happen to that.
LARP rings, underground LARP rings.
I guarantee you it's a thing.
No, I believe you.
Underground LARP. I want to believe it's a thing. Like, matter of fact, me and Zach gotta hit one of those up, man. That sounds like hype as fuck.
Yo, let's our first Chillcast meetup will be a underground LARP ring session. All our fans come out and we just fuck each other.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
we just fuck. Like, it's a horde. It's an orgy right there, dude.
I like that. We should do that. Everyone wears mask, like eyes wide shut style.
He said.
Anyways, let's
I like that.
let's derail from this for a minute and just. Hi D-Dub. How have you been? This is a fucking way to start this show.
Well, the show started 9 minutes ago, so.
Yeah, I know. But
Look,
what
Sly.
a way.
Sly, how you doing, man? It's your boy D-Dub, man. Review Life. I know Sly a lot from my Discord server that I neglect. He posts some pretty good boobies and such.
Mhm.
So if you guys want to see uncensored booby action, I suggest you go to the Discord that I have.
Your
However,
voice broke.
you will, if you scroll up, you might see some sharking happening. But other than that, like, it's,
Some what?
I mean, oh, sharking. Let me explain the term sharking.
You don't know what
So,
No, I really don't.
there's this gimmick in Japan that started when restless men who get no play masturbate in public and then walk up to the nearest girl that they can and nut on the girl's clothes.
What?
And then runs
That's
away.
terrible.
This has like been a epidemic in Japan. It did, like, it got memed and Americanized. Now people are doing it in America. It looks faker in America, but in Japan they were like actually doing that shit for real. So
well,
like,
I mean, when you're in the U.S. of A, as I would like to call it,
Mm-hmm.
that's assault. You can get arrested for that. That's very bad.
Sexual assault.
I'd say Japan is more of the wild west when it comes to shit like that.
well, like, yeah, people are getting raped on subways in like fucking Japan. So
Yeah,
I
like,
feel like people get raped on the subways on accident in Japan. They're just
On
so
that's what
crowded.
I'm, that's what I'm
'cause
thinking
have
too.
You seen at the Japanese subways? People are like this. They're like right next to each other.
Yeah, let me just accidentally just unzip my pants and put
No,
my
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like you're accidentally gonna like start groping something on accident. You're gonna like grab a dude's dick. And he's like, what the fuck, man? He's like, I'm sorry, man. I'm just trying to get
Look,
my phone.
I watched enough hentai to just believe that like getting raped on the subway accidentally might be a thing for
yeah,
sure.
by tentacle monsters and shit.
Nah, you can't just walk a tentacle monster into a subway. Like, man, what's the
Japan.
setup for that?
It's
What's the
Japan.
setup for that?
It's Japan. That's the setup.
I wanna go to Japan and I wanna see a girl just squat down and just spread open her fucking pussy and just a fucking big fat eel just like comes out of it, you know, just flops on the floor.
And it's like still alive.
And then she just walks away. Yeah.
And
She
it's like just
walks
squirming
away.
on the floor until someone does something about it.
Yeah. And then someone picks it up, chops it up, eats it.
Someone's gonna draw that. Someone's
Delicious
gonna
meal.
make a new hentai.
Someone has to draw that. That has to happen.
Inspiring artist in the Chillcast forum, I guess. Draw that. Can you grab the cord down there? We have to charge the laptop if we don't want to go dead.
Alright, whatever.
Technical difficulties.
All right, so should we talk about Kanye or Tekken first?
We should talk about Kanye first because I feel like most of these
I think
people are
we
gonna
were
relate
already
more to Kanye.
segueing.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we
Kanye
were already
East.
segueing into that.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
kinda
Kanye
talked
East.
He's the beast.
So Kanye West came out with an album last week.
Yeah. Well, it's
Uh,
Friday. So
It's
it was
actually, going to be its week anniversary tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. Friday. Fucking 2 days from now. Anyway, he released a quote unquote gospel album, and a lot of people have been waiting for this album for quite some time. He's been rickrolling people, saying, "Hey, it's gonna come out tomorrow." I'm telling you, he's been doing that for like the last couple of months, and now he actually finally did it. And did it live up to the hype? I'm gonna let Virgil take it away from here.
First of all, if you're fucking mad about Kanye not delivering an album on time, then you're not a real Kanye West fan.
For sure,
that's just
for
the
sure. I've been
normal
telling
thing.
people that, like, people are like, "Yo, I'm gonna kill my dog," and Kanye doesn't release his album. I was like, well, it's like that dog's gonna fucking die. I mean,
I never believe a Kanye album comes out until I see it on Spotify. I don't care what he says. Where's TurboGrafx 16? Where's Yandi?
that's always been my argument ever since. Where's TurboGrafx 16?
Yeah.
Like, we're still waiting.
I wanted his album cover just to be a picture of his feet.
I bet you did.
I did.
I feel like, knowing his Photoshop work as of late, like, he could possibly do some, like, fuck shit like that. Like, he's recently released, like, I don't know, like, I think it's a jacket or something that has, like, that has poor fucking graphics on it. It's pretty bad. It has,
That
like,
sounds
Jesus
awesome.
is king. Like, I don't know, it's stretched. It's awful. Like, it looks bad.
That sounds fucking sick, dude. I'm gonna wear that.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna post it in the chat, and you put it on the screen. Once you see this shit, you're gonna be like,
I'm gonna get the
hell
lyrics
yeah.
to Close on Sunday tattooed on my back.
I like that. Number one with the lemonade.
You're my Chick-fil-A.
Mm-hmm. Play bruh. Fucking goddamn it. Okay,
Play
so the new
bruh.
Kanye album, a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people are comparing it to the Chance the Rapper album that came out this year. And we
Okay.
talked about the Chance the Rapper album, and the Chance the Rapper album isn't bad. It's just really fucking boring and mediocre.
Yeah.
And I feel that the Kanye album is almost the same. What the fuck is this? What the
Almost the
No
same.
fucking way.
This is gross.
Yes,
What the fuck is this?
for
Doesn't
sure.
even- I can't even understand how it would look on a person.
For the guys who can't see, like for Spotify and like these graphics on these shirts are god awful.
graphics.
These graphics on it, cause like there's like stretched lyric. There's not lyrics. There's stretched text that says Jesus is king, and it has like a fucking.
Yeah, he didn't like kern the letters or separate the words. He literally just stretched it because you can see some stretching on like the J and shit.
You can see the stretching on Jesus's face, like you're like, God damn it.
Well, I mean, like besides that, but the words definitely like he didn't actually space the words.
Oh, for sure.
He just stretched an entire sentence.
Yeah.
What a great guy. Anyway, yeah, his new
That's our
album.
Kanye.
His new album. I feel like his album had some really good songs and some really bad songs, and then a bunch of really mediocre songs in between. I feel like that's the whole album.
I remember your first impressions of it.
Yeah, I was live tweeting or I was live texting.
He was
D-Dub.
talking to me.
Yes.
He was like, "Dub, what the hell is this shit?" And then
Yeah.
towards the end, he was like, "All right, now it's getting good." And,
Yeah,
like,
I texted him that right when Everything We Need came on. And I think Everything We Need is a really good song.
There is a dramatic curve in like quality of music
Yes.
from the beginning to the end of the album. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, or whether it was supposed to feel that way, or like if it's a concept album. I don't know. Kanye's not that smart, so I wouldn't I wouldn't put that on him. If this was a Childish Gambino album, then for sure, yeah, I probably would have thought, oh, he's putting more effort into the story, and then like, whatever.
No, I wouldn't think that because Childish Gambino is stupid.
No, but like there's like this like pretentious artist curve of like, hey, if you do something smart during like the album, like a lot of people will give you woke points and shit like that.
I feel like Kanye never tries to do like a big concept kind of thing, especially maybe he did like with College Dropout. He had like a little bit. He had skits and shit, but I think Kanye usually puts music first, and he just didn't deliver on a lot of the songs on this album. They just weren't good. They were just some of them were bad. Some of them were terrible.
Oh my god!
I couldn't
So
even
you didn't like On
to
God?
remember most of the names of the songs. I had to look it up real quick.
So you didn't like On God?
Which one was On God? Was that the one?
That's
after...
On God. Like he literally screams like that lyric.
Was that the one with like the really bad beat that just sounded like an arpeggiator, just going doodaloo 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 doodaloo? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
that one fucking sucked. That was like the worst song on the album. Yeah, On God. Yeah, fuck On God. That shit sucked. That shit sounded embarrassing. I could make that beat in 5 minutes on GarageBand, no joke.
Why don't you?
I will.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's hear On God remix with like Zach and me. Let's do it.
Yeah, we can do it, dude.
Yeah, the
my favorite song.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Yeah, I would love that. My favorite song was Hands On.
The first what?
Hands On.
What about it?
My favorite song.
Hands On's good. I like Hands On.
Hands On, like he's actually talking about something.
Yeah.
Like the whole everybody hating him, even the Christians.
I like that.
Like, I thought that was a pretty cool.
I liked Follow God. I think it had a really good beat. Everything We Need is really great. I love that one. Water's pretty okay. I think it's fine.
It's an average.
Use this gospel because it had Kenny G.
Kenny G fucking slayed. I'm not gonna lie. I think he uses gospel pretty good.
The lead up to Kenny G was not good.
It was like a awkward kind of placement, but I think it's fine. You know.
Yeah.
I feel like Kenny G was there just because. That's why I got.
Nah, dude. Kelpie G.
Kelpie G.
Yeah.
Salutations, my children.
Kanye should go perform at a church, and he should be with Kim K holding their hand, and then out of nowhere he just pulls out.
Yo, wait, hold up.
Kim
K, like holding hands with a woman is not. It's not Christian. I'm sorry.
Not Christ-like.
But sucking
that's not
the
Christ-like.
teat of life is.
Yeah, sucking the fertile teats of Jesus in love.
Yeah,
they have kids. You think that they're gonna
like
show fucking Kim's tits on stage?
He was at the. You know what's weird? Fucking Kanye is born again Christian. Like he was literally last year at this time. He was doing I Love It at the Porn Awards.
Oh my god! He
was literally I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck, and now he's like God's fucking sweet.
Zach, I was gonna segue this into like how much of a hypocrite this nigga. You can't change in a year. There's no fucking way.
Like, it's never been a secret that Kanye's a religious person. From the very beginning, you know, Jesus.
Why would you do the porn
like
awards gimmick then? Just like fucking.
I don't. I'm surprised that Kanye is a very big hypocrite.
Yeah, Kanye's always been a big
always
hypocrite.
Contradicting himself.
Yeah, I think Kanye doesn't realize.
I think his last album like distributes that the most. He said that being bipolar is awesome.
And it's not.
That was bipolar saying that.
I think that was what he was going for.
You know, Kanye said he's off the meds for this album.
Oh.
I think we can tell.
Do you think he's having sex right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think he's trying to make another kid.
Oh. How you think his kids currently are doing?
I think his kids are fine. I think he's probably a good dad.
I've never heard.
How do you think their kids is gonna react to like, whoa?
That's probably
was their mommy famous
that we haven't heard anything about their kids. Like they're out of.
I think it's best that we haven't heard from anybody's kids.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah.
I used to like get irked on like how come you can't just like fucking tell us their name, like fucking show us one picture. But now I'm like, why do I need to know that?
I like it when celebrities keep their shit private, like they're not seeking attention. Like Kendrick got married this year, no one fucking knew that.
Kendrick had a baby this year.
Yeah, no one knows that shit. People don't even know his wife's name. I think I saw one picture of his wife once.
I haven't seen shit.
It was like at a costume contest, and he was dressed like Jesus.
Wait, so like, was this recently?
No, this was a long time ago. You can look up like Kendrick dressed like Jesus, and the girl
Was this
with him
last
was his wife.
Halloween?
No, this was like when Good Kid came out.
Oh, that is not.
He's been
his
with
wife.
this girl for a little bit.
I don't think that's his wife.
Is that not her?
That can't be his wife, because they met after what the fuck? To Pimp a Butterfly.
Oh, really? That's not her?
Can't be.
Yo, he looks like a pimp as Jesus, though, man.
Pimp is Jesus.
Yo, T-Pain as Leroy Smith.
Yo, that was
still the
dope.
best shit ever.
That was so fucking cool. Do you know T-Pain
That's not even his Halloween
streams?
costume. He was just doing that for everybody knows T-Pain streams.
I didn't know that until like last week.
Oh.
No, yeah, it was because I showed him a video of him playing Connect 4 with the Mario 64 speedrunner.
They were
Would you say
beefing.
that he's a good streamer?
I thought he was funny from what I see.
It was rather entertaining.
Yeah.
The video, at least, it was probably just a bunch of like.
He's got a lot of
highlights.
energy.
Was he getting donations?
He was getting a lot of subs, I think.
I don't think he needs donations.
No, but like that's the scummy thing about it though. Like
I think he also gets donations, subs, and follows. I'm sure.
Yeah, in that order.
I feel like even if you're famous and people wanted to pay you money just to sit there, you would do it, right?
I mean, the guy. It sounds like he really wasn't taking it that serious.
Yeah, because there was like one point where because he was beefing with this guy. It was like a fake beef, but he was like, I'm not doing this for the money. If I want the money, I'll just hop on a lyric real quick. I'm just doing this. For
Hop
fun.
on a lyric real
Yeah,
quick.
make buy you a drink too.
Yeah.
Yo, that might pop. That might
Buying you a drink too.
That would be money.
Make
I
Kiss
like
Kiss
that.
too.
Yo, Chris Brown can come back and they're still in high school. It would be awesome.
It's the same song, but he says two after every Kiss Kiss.
Two.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, no.
It's the same song, but it's just edited to where like every time it says kiss kiss, it's like a very shitty two.
I can see Lil Nas doing that with Old Town Road at this point.
Little Old Town Road 2.
Yeah.
Old two road.
Old Town Road 2. Gone.
I mean, like, that shit went, what, fucking platinum now?
I know, it went diamond, I believe.
I'm actually, okay. I
It's
remember, like,
quadruple, or like
I remember at the
septuple.
start of the meme, me and you were, like, skeptical about, like, him. But, like, seeing how much of a memer he is, I'm so glad that he got platinum. Like,
I think he's, like, very in on the joke, and I think that's really funny. Because at first when I heard him, like, talk on Genius, he was, like, talking about deep things in this song.
that was both of us. Like, we have a podcast, like, we're literally shitting on a guy.
Yeah. But then, like, you look at his fucking Twitter, and it's all garbage memes and funny shit, and you're like, okay, this guy's not taking anything too seriously.
I thought he was, like, taking the lyrics seriously. He's like, yeah, I said, get off the couch. I gotta go do something. I'm like, man, this guy don't... But now I'm, like, looking at him, like, doing fucking memes, and, like, there was, like, an Indian version of, like, Old Town Road. It was... well, not Old Town Road. It was Panini.
Yeah.
It is... what he posts is pretty hilarious.
My favorite Indian version of his song is Moonlight by X. I love that. That's a really good song.
Spotlighter, moonlighter.
Oh, wait a minute. Did X die this year or last year?
It was
Last year.
Oh, that's right, because Mac also died last. Oh, my God.
Dude, you don't remember
Anything-
when Jaw... Where were you when Jaw died?
Where were you when John Witherspoon died?
What would Jaw do?
What would Jaw do? Oh, yeah, Jaw Witherspoon died today.
Yeah, dude, this sucked.
That's lame. How'd he die?
Ramps.
Yeah.
I think it was just a old age.
He was
Like
just old. He was just too old.
Yeah.
There's no diagnosis. Like he was granddad on the Boondocks Sly. If you don't know.
No, yeah, the Gramps.
Man, what are they gonna do now?
I believe that he recorded his gimmick already in their animation phase because they already like announced that the episodes number that they have planned. So
Yeah, so they had to have everything recorded by now.
like I'm for sure like you can't announce like how many episodes you're gonna have if they haven't been recorded, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't. But they for sure got to stop the series after that. Like, there's no way.
Damn, this better be good then, because this is the last thing he ever worked on.
For sure.
So it better be good.
How saying the words "it better be" is always a prime factor in stuff that comes out that disappoints people. Like, oh man, this next album from this person who I haven't heard in like 7 years better be good, or else I'ma hate myself. Like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, like, this is different. Like, this is the last thing that, like, this very much loved.
Do you remember how
actor
people
did.
were before, like, after Frank Ocean's Channel Orange? Everybody was like, yo, where he at? Like, fucking, what, 5 years? Was that a 5-year gap?
Yeah. Just about.
And then boom.
Well, it's because he announced an album, he didn't release it, and then 2 years later he put Blonde out.
I didn't even know he announced an album.
He like I don't think he actually did announce an album. I think a bunch of people were
Are you
like,
talking about Boys Don't Cry?
I don't remember. I think because I wasn't following it very closely at the time.
but you are now?
I mean, in the aftermath of what I've heard. Because I remember everyone being fucking upset about the album not coming out. And they would like go on his Wikipedia and put like Frank Ocean, musician and liar or something like that.
Yo, Brandon is taking a nap during the podcast. Hey, sleep tight, Brandon. You're a real one,
sleep
right?
tight, you fucking scumbag.
Yeah, way to sleep on Chillcast.
Yeah, that's right.
Brandon.
Nah, man, give him a kiss goodnight.
Okay, good night. Mwah.
No, I'll give you fucking.
Give him besos.
Yeah, let me kiss your cock, big boy.
He's a high schooler.
I take that back. I'm dipping. I never.
I'm dipping. But Kanye's album, it was meh, like for sure.
Yeah,
like,
it was meh. You can pick and choose your like 3 favorite
It's better
songs.
than his last album.
No, what are you talking about?
I didn't like anything from his last album.
What, Yeet?
Except for freaking All Night. Not All Night, fucking All Right. Wait, fucking You're So Model.
Oh, All Mine.
No, okay, there we go. All Mine.
You didn't like anything from Yeet?
No.
You didn't like No Mistake?
I remember just completely blanking on that album.
Still love you. You're lame, D-Dub.
I thought about killing
D-Dub,
you.
more like lame dub.
Yeah, more like lame dub. You didn't
guys
like
like
Yee?
Son?
What's wrong with Yee? Yee's
I'm
good.
calling you out on my Twitter.com.
My Twitter.com.
Mm-hmm. Dude, everyone fucking hated this new album, but like it's his most streamed stuff on what's it called right now on Spotify right now.
Impossible.
It's like 9 of the 10 most popular songs right now.
9 of the 10.
Yeah.
Wait, how are you seeing that? Are you seeing that on charts?
You go to Kanye West, like his artist page, and you look at popular, and the first 9 songs are all the album.
Yeah, but like that's not. Well, I don't think you know how Spotify works. It always goes off of most recent popular, and
Well,
not
I mean,
like
the way it does it usually is it takes into account how many it has, but also takes into account how recently it came out. But usually it doesn't like saturate the listing like this does.
I remember that like a Drake album came out, and a week after the album was out, like the like gimmick went right back to like how it was. Like, I don't know, like
I mean,
I
it
forgot
depends
what's
on the popularity of the artist too. Like obviously people were really wanting to listen to this album regardless.
I fucking didn't Drake like buy out like Spotify like
yeah,
all
everyone was
like,
he was like on the face of every like
that's
Spotify
what I remember.
playlist.
Yeah, like he was like on every playlist. And
he
I
was
like,
on
this
the
is
UK
awful.
one, and he's not from the UK.
Money,
Cash
God's
money.
plan.
Do you get it?
No.
Because that's his thing.
What?
YMCMBA.
No, he doesn't do that anymore.
I know, but he used to. I didn't forget. You didn't like Ghost Town? Fuck you.
I used to build a lot.
That's not the right. That's Kids See Ghost. I'm talking about Ghost Town on Yeet.
I used to build a lot.
Did you remember the cover I sent you?
Of Yee?
No, of Ghost Town on Yee.
You sent me a cover of Ghost Town? Oh yeah, you did. Oh my god.
Yeah, when D-Dub asks me for audio, sometimes if I have free time, I just make a really shitty cover of a song and send it to him. I like find a
oh my
bad
God.
instrumental and I like do the whole song.
It's beautiful. Like he goes all out to give me some
He
bullshit.
puts his cute little heart into it.
Mm-hmm.
Your little.
His cute little heart.
The last time when I did that one, I was in my apartment and I didn't want to like yell because I would make my roommates mad, so I recorded it in my car.
Yeah, you bitch ass roommates.
Yeah.
Bitch ass roommates. Ooh, let's hear the story about your roommates.
No, they were just lame.
Yeah.
Like those roommates weren't that bad, but one of them was like.
Let's hear a story.
One of them was
Let's
military.
Let's hear a story that will be on Chillcast animated. Like,
Okay.
tell us a story.
Okay, one of them was military, and I mean they weren't very interesting, but the most interesting thing is he was like, we were like, what time was it? Like 7? We were like hanging out at 7:00 night, like just playing Smash, and we weren't being loud or nothing. And he fucking walks out of his room, he's like, "Can you guys shut up? I gotta like," well, he didn't say it that mean, but he's like, "Can you guys be quiet? I have to like wake up at 5." And we're like, "Okay." And I know he has to wake up on 5 because he wakes me the fuck up at 5. Making breakfast and bullshit like that.
So basically, you would have to pay for him waking up early.
I guess so.
I could take him on. He's a little bitch.
Yeah, he's a little bitch.
Military man.
Yeah, it's just
Probably-
Air Force.
Probably went to go suck some toes and stuff.
Yeah, you probably want to go fly a plane or something, idiot.
Yeah.
Dude, what if he's like gone?
If he's gone,
Yeah.
he's probably in San Angelo right
What
now.
if he just
Let's
turned
go
into
kick.
like a POW?
Dude, let's just dox him. He's probably in the same apartment.
Yeah,
Stop.
let's get him.
Stop!
Okay,
Stop!
guys. If you
Guys,
This toxic behavior will not stand.
this guy likes feet.
Speaking of toxic behavior, let's talk about Tekken.
Oh god.
Yikes! What a segue. I like that.
Thank
No,
you.
I played
Sly, how do you feel
online
about
for the
Tekken?
first time like a couple days ago, and it just gave me too many mixed feelings. Like it just gave me the same feeling I got with Ultimate.
He got his asshole spanked.
No, it went back and forth.
No, it was back and forth. It was pretty good.
But it just like people literally just win one match and fucking dip, and I don't know. That shit's just
Yo, that shit sucks.
it's a thorn on my side.
Mm-hmm. It really grinds my gears.
But other than that, I am loving the progression it's going towards, though. The game and the competitive scene itself is just evolving more as it grows and goes.
It
on.
looks like we're gonna have this year for like 5 years to come.
Yeah, they definitely the new updates they're putting out definitely are helping the longevity of the game.
I think every fighting game is doing that as of now.
I think a
Street
lot of
Fighter
games
for
in
sure.
general are doing this. I think someone was saying it that video games they want video games to be more like of a lifestyle game, like what Fortnite does and Overwatch does, where it keeps people coming in with updates and stuff, so they can continuously make money and not actually have to make a new game. Which is
That would
fine.
explain the
I'm gonna
argument.
stop
Like
you.
there's this ongoing argument for like years, of like sports games, and how come they don't do that? Like, how come we can't just buy one sports game and update the roster?
Because I feel like the people who play sports games don't like that.
I think that's what they want too. To be fair,
I don't know. I don't know too much about the people who play sports games. They're all mad people
my
to me.
my one issue with that is why play the same game with updated graphics and the same concept.
Yeah.
I've just never played. I'm okay. That's just coming from me, and I know other people can like put up a valid argument for like saying why sports games are like really fun and shit. I look at it and I just don't see the appeal to it. I've played it before too, and I'm just like,
I think the demographic mostly is for people who are fans of that game or the people in the game.
the only sports game I will give credit for is UFC. Though UFC has been pretty fun.
Is it like a fighting game?
Yeah,
Does it have like fighting game rules or
not
what?
a fighting game necessarily. It's just-
yeah, like it's like side dashing and shit.
yeah, you can Korean backdash in the game.
Yeah, you can Korean backdash as like Conor McGregor.
Honestly,
I'd play
I think
that shit.
UFC would be more fundamental if it was a fighting game and not like oh, you give him on a down submission.
Yeah, but then it's not realistic at that point.
Yeah.
Nah, but like it'll be fun. How come games can't be fun?
Because they're sports games, they want them to be realistic. That's
Yeah,
like
I don't
like every
just watch it. Just watch it on TV if you want.
no, we know that,
They
dude.
should- that's what they
we
should
know that, but that's what the audience wants. That's why every E3 they're always like, "Oh, look at this guy. He looks just like the real guy. Look at this story mode. It's like a real life progression."
That's
or
what they
something
should
like
do for like sports games. They should just make it super unfucking realistic.
But then people wouldn't like it. They would be like, "Oh, this is
No,
gay."
like there's a niche market of people who are like, oh, this isn't how it is in real life. Like,
I think a
like-
lot of people who play sports games are people who play like they just play like Call of Duty and shit, you know? Like they don't like the weird shit.
I feel you can have good graphics and fun gameplay.
I feel like you can. Well, like when I used to play Overwatch in like early college, my roommate was the kind of guy who only played like Call of Duty and Madden and shit like that.
By the
And
way,
he-
fuck Blizzard.
Yeah, fuck Blizzard. But he started playing Overwatch because I was, and he was having fun with it. And he liked it a lot. He played Soldier, but he liked it a lot. And he was like describing it to his other friend. He's like, "Yeah, it looks kind of gay, but it's actually really fun. Like it looks like a kid's game, but it's actually fun." It's like so
It
that's
looks
like the kind of
kinda
demographic.
gay.
That's like the demographic is like people
But at
want
least
like
it's
this
fun.
realistic bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, and I also can understand the appeal from like for 2K.
I hear
Oh
2K
my
is
god,
fun.
have you seen
Yeah.
like the latest disaster that is the 2K
No.
WWE series?
Do tell.
Oh my god. So recently, 2K with their WWE series, who they've been partnered with for like the past 20 years, they unpartnered with the programmers who've been doing it for 20 years, and 2K thought they could just do it by themselves.
Oh.
And in this year's release, it was very broken on release. The $60 game was broken on release.
Is
And
that even like a new thing anymore? I feel like most games suck on release nowadays.
that
Because later
coming
content
from-
will be added.
this from for this game is really like perplexing people
Mhm.
because like so many wrestling fans don't give a shit about like if the game like looks bad or not, whatever. As long as it works, it's fine. This
Yeah.
game doesn't work, and that's what everybody's problem is. Nobody can actually play the game. Like the hit detection doesn't work. There's like glitches that like make you clip through the ring. If you try to do a weapons like hardcore match and try to hit somebody with like a chair or something, it'll just completely like bounce off the guy's head and go to the crowd. Like it's not supposed to do that.
That's what happens in real life.
As funny as it is, and yes, if all of this was intentional, then yeah, like fucking yeah, like this game is awesome. No, that's not the case, and a lot of people are a lot of people are shitting on 2K right now. NBA 2K also had this on release. There was like it was not the gameplay, but the ecosystem was really bad. Like the progression system, like, hey, I'm like level 90 overall, but I'm missing free throws. Like this is awful. Like
Do you
that's how
remember?
people.
This is off topic a little bit, but do you remember
Go
that
ahead.
meme of that guy? He was like streaming 2K or something, and he was like at his house. I never played 2K, but he was like at his house, and he could call over like Michael Jordan to come play half court. And he's like, yo, MJ, we can call MJ over. And he came in the game, and he kept missing like every single throw. And the guy was just like, what the fuck?
Actually, that is on topic. Like that's
What a
how the
fucking
games
legend.
are. Like the attributes
fucking-
don't mean shit.
It was
like,
so
that's-
fucking funny.
And like that's awful. You can't have that.
Just imagine like that's like pulling the god card in the game.
Yeah.
And the god card's still missing.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Like, oh, I'm level 100 overall. I'm not gonna miss anything. I'm the best player in the game.
Yeah, it's like trying to get a
Like-
critical attack in like an RPG, and it has a 100% chance of like not
Hitting crit.
missing.
Yeah.
Getting a crit and it misses.
Yeah.
That's like a few Pokemon moves that I'm aware of, but
Yeah,
like
that's
that's a whole nother
Pokemon.
time.
But
That's
Pokemon's like
a
the
whole
game.
nother. But yeah, like the 2K environment right now isn't looking too good for morale. But they'll
It's in-
buy it
it's in
again next year.
shambles.
They'll buy it again next year. So like, there's no telling nobody anything. And like that's really the problem with video games in general. It's like they see the shit, and yet they still are like, well, maybe, well, maybe it won't happen again, right? Like,
Yeah.
See, like, video game companies are always doing really shitty fucking things. You know, they're always fucking up somehow. But I feel like the only time a video game company has ever done anything like an update that's been really great and everyone fucking loves it is this new Tekken update. Like, this Tekken update is literally what everyone has always been asking for, not just from Tekken, but just like all fighting games ever. Like a good tutorial that teaches you useful shit that you're going to use in.
I knew that Zach was gonna flip on a tutorial. I knew I knew you was gonna love that shit.
Zach
Everyone,
was just coming
I happened to be actually watching the Japanese like tournament that was going on, and then they were like, "Oh, we're gonna do a Tekken announcement." So I was like, "Oh, what?" And so Sly was there too, and we were just fucking watching it at a friend's house on my phone, and shit was like, it was like we're putting in frame data. And I'm like, "Oh, like every other fucking fighting game, great, that's cool. I mean, I'm glad that you're doing it. That's cool." And then they're like, "We're gonna do a punish training." I'm like, "Wow, that's actually really fucking cool." And then individual combos based off of launchers, that's fucking cool. And then replay system that will break down the replay. It will break down the replay and show you where you fucked up and what you could have done. That's amazing.
That was going the extra
That's
mile.
fucking
And
amazing.
I honestly was just like taken aback by it because like it's actually capturing the same footage of what you were doing and what you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
And it gives you pointers on what to do in that certain situation.
And it lets you practice it in that situation. It'll replay it. It'll run it back for you.
Are you mad at all that you had to pay for it?
I'm getting to that. But
Okay.
this is like, name another fighting game that has something this in-depth. Like fucking Skullgirls will show you your moves and tell you about them, like describe it. That's great. That's better than like 50% of fighting games, right? But no fighting game is letting you, like giving you the punishments, telling you how to punish things, telling you all the combos, and letting you play back your shit and telling you what you did wrong. No one's doing that. The only thing I think that did that is fucking Dota, like with Dota Plus. Dota Plus will be like, "Hey, you did this time. Let's try to do better next game," or something like that. That's fucking cool. That's like hella fucking cool. But all these fucking idiots, these brain dead idiots, are like focused on one small part. And the fucking Michael Murray and Harada were like, this was a lot of work, and we've been tossing around the idea of charging it. We haven't put a price on it. They said we haven't put a price on it, but it will probably be like $3 or $4.
And it was mainly because of the reason that the developers themselves went all the way back into the game, got all the details out, and did so much of the extra work that honestly they could have chosen not to do.
Yeah, this game's been out for 2 fucking years, and they saw that a bunch of people are getting into Tekken now for some fucking reason, like me and Sly, and they're like, "Hey, we have a lot of people who want to learn this game. This game is hard, and this game is difficult. Let's not make it so difficult." So everything is free except the frame data, and that's
I feel like
that's the smallest
that all
part.
comes down to like you have to pay to play. Like what I mean by that is if you want to play competitively and you want to know the ins and outs, you really might do need to like pony up the cash if you're really that dedicated.
But here's the thing.
To
Here's the thing is that people have been getting good without this for decades.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
people have the frame data online. People look at it anyway. And all this free shit that they put in is like far more important and useful than the frame data, unless you're like extreme top tier. Then maybe
most of these guys haven't seen the tragedy that is Tekken 4. So I don't want to hear anybody complaining about like this game in general. I've been through every fucking Tekken.
What was up with Tekken 4?
Tekken 4 had platforms that people can climb that mess up combos.
Yikes!
Yeah, that shit was garbage. I remember.
Yeah, like nobody was there for that. Like people like freaking imagine doing like a 10-hit combo and it getting ruined because like the levels of where you were standing at aren't the same anymore.
Just counter pick, bro.
Just block.
Just
backdash, dude.
Bro.
But I mean, I could kind of see. Well, yeah, and then I also heard of the travesties that had happened with Tekken, with both the Tekken tags. Because they were just...
The Tekken Tag series is like something else completely. Like Tekken Tag Team Tournament 2, they had like a chaotic neutral for the competitive scene. It wasn't at all perfect, but it was way better than the first one.
Wasn't Bob hella busted?
There was a whole lot of characters hella busted.
There were actually story-based teams that actually made it broken because they actually had unique combos.
Oh shit! Okay.
If you pick Paul and Law, there's literal moves where you can't block. Like
That's
I don't
amazing.
know, it's like it's just shit like that. But like they made that the fundamentals of the game because like they're working together like their actual team. Like
Yeah.
I get it, whatever, that's cool.
I mean, it's cute, but they got balance it.
Like how they had
Tekken
Kazuya.
Revolution was also a thing too, but like that was like made
That was a
strictly
free-to-play
for
thing.
competitive.
Yeah.
That was made strictly for competitive. And if they did like a Tekken 7 like competitive game like Revolution, I think I think people would fuck with it.
Well, I think the next Tekken game is gonna be Tekken Cross Street Fighter. It's gonna be Tekken
It should
Tag
be.
3.
It should
It's
be.
gonna
Like
one of
that's
those
what they've
two.
been saying for a couple of years.
Well, he said if Tekken 7 does good, he'll make Tekken Cross Street Fighter, and it's doing fucking great.
But I'm sure he's
doing
just...
way better than he imagined. He didn't think
Yeah.
that like it's gonna do well in America at all.
Yeah, everyone's
That's why, like,
fucking
it was
eating
released in
it
Japan
up
early.
for some reason.
But everybody was like fucking feasting on that shit.
But now people will complain about like $3. Everyone's throwing $4 out, even though the price hasn't been set.
That's the one thing too. $3 Why are you gonna complain about $3 At least
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
I get it, but like there's so much more like shit to be griping like other shit for.
Yeah.
In terms of DLC, literally $3 or $4 is literally not asking for anything.
Yeah, it's so like I think it's shitty. Yeah, it's kind of shitty that you have to pay for frame data. I would be mad about it, except that we're getting so much free content that's so valuable. I'm not that mad about it. If it was just
I have no
frame
problem
data,
with it at all. I feel like the competitive players that want to be competitive need to pay for that shit. Like
I
fucking,
feel like the competitive
there's people who
players
don't
that
even
want to
fucking
be
care about that.
competitive won't care.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like the competitive players who want to pay to play fucking will pony up like the $3 to $4, whatever. Like they don't give a shit. Like fucking all right, cool. Like fucking this will help me for the tournament. Like that's fine.
I mean, even if you don't, you could just look at it online, like people have been doing
Exactly.
forever. It's not a big fucking deal. I don't know why everyone's making it. And like, what's the alternative? Is like if they announced a character for $7 and people are gonna buy that and then not play them, like that's okay.
Their stage is a lot more expensive too.
Yeah, like why are people so fucking mad about?
I mean, like there's some
$3?
people who just don't have the season pass.
Yeah, broke niggas.
I'm just a Tekken fanatic, so like I just
I
got
feel like
that.
the only people that are mad about this are people outside of the Tekken sphere.
That's exactly what I think it is, and like it kind of like works with the cancel culture like gimmick of like, oh, people are trying to cancel you because like they don't even fucking know you anyway.
Yeah,
so like
it's all the
like,
broke ass Street Fighter fans and their shitty fucking game.
they just see, oh well, you guys gotta pay for frame data. we already
we've
got
had
it.
frame data, guys.
Are
We've had frame
you
data.
serious? Like Street Fighter is more of a cash cow than anything. You're
Yeah.
not gonna complain about paying like $7 for a separate costume
Yeah,
for your favorite
the Street
character.
Fighter fan base, especially in Street Fighter 5, has been beaten to the ground with these fucking like weird ass Olympic tie-ins, this Red Bull skin bullshit where they just slapped Red Bull logos on everyone. Just all this shit that the Street Fighter community goes through, and they
Like,
want to get
the
onto
community
Tekken.
with Street Fighter is so bad.
Like, Tekken's
the fact that you gotta
community-
pay for every like, oh my god.
This is like the only instance where a fighting game fucking listened and fixed something. If they fixed the internet, this would be the perfect fighting game ever made.
Dude, fucking stages cost more than DLC characters in Smash.
The problem,
Yeah.
there's an ecosystem with like Street Fighter where like it's physically impossible to earn enough money to get a character. Like you gotta pay like you gotta play like over like 50 like matches
Yeah.
like in like arcade or whatever, and like fucking that's just for one character.
Yeah, and
So,
I was fucking arguing with a guy on stream. Fucking Nihongo Gamer, he's a good guy. He has a good stream. He plays Street Fighter. He's a cool dude. But I was fucking like, I would play more Street Fighter, but I bought Street Fighter like 5 when it came out. And so
That was me
I have,
too. That
I
was
have
me too.
none of the DLC, and over half the roster is DLC. And I said I'd play it, but I don't want to buy all the DLC. And he fucking paused the game, and he's like, "Okay, listen here, you fucking shit." He didn't say that, but he was like, "You don't have to buy all the DLC because when you buy the game now, it's gonna come with the DLC, like the arcade edition." I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't have the arcade edition. I bought it day one, and I was being a dedicated fan. I didn't buy it day one. I bought it really early." But I was being a dedicated fan, and I'm being punished now for being an early adopter on your fucking shitty game that I have to pay for them. And they're like, "No, you don't have to pay for them. You can earn the currency in game." I was like, "Yeah, that's gonna work. It's gonna take fucking forever." It's such a shitty.
It is gonna take forever, and
It's
like
such a
everybody's
shit
argument is like, "Man, play the game." I'm everybody's argument is always play the game.
Yeah, how am I
like,
gonna learn? How am I gonna learn to defend against half the roster when I can't even play them in training mode? I can't even set the bots to do their shit in training mode because I don't own them.
To be fair, this has always been Street Fighter though. Like if you see Street Fighter 4 and how that started off, it had like what 8 characters in it.
No,
And
Street
then-
Fighter, yeah,
So
Street
many
Fighter does
fucking
that shit all the
characters.
time. Look at fucking 3. 3 only had Ken and Ryu return, and then they had to add everyone in later. And that's not like
And like
a huge
you have to
deal.
pay for everybody. Like that was why I was like, yo, that's you can't
Like
do
I'm
that.
gonna pay more for all the DLC than I did for the actual fucking game.
But I mean, if you really think about it, I mean, like Street Fighter has always done that, even since 2. There's Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, but the
2
thing about
Turbo.
those games is those
2
are
Super
arcade
Turbo.
games, and they would just make new arcades. You wouldn't have to buy a new game. You just play a different arcade machine.
But but it's.
I mean, that's
always
the
just
culture.
Added something onto it. But
Yeah,
it's
I-
still kind of that same idea with this game.
I mean, yeah, I understand that, but I mean, it's hard to get into the game because I had to, like, when I got back into Tekken, I had to buy like 10 characters.
Speaking of the game, you
Shut
just
up.
lost it.
Shut up! Everyone
You
lost
guys-
the game.
You just lost the
You
fucking
don't
game.
you don't even have to buy 10 characters. Like fucking Tekken like comes like shitload with characters that you can just like
yeah, like over
fucking-
like 2/3 of the roster is already ready to play.
and most of the DLC is like niche. So like you don't even need to like fucking
Yeah,
like,
some of
even
them
buy
are
the
like
DLC.
like clone characters, like Anna and Armor King. Like if you like Anna and you like Armor King, buy them. I bought all the characters because I wanted everyone to be able to play their character for like when
They're strictly
like, we
characters
play.
for like people to go, oh, fucking he's back. Let me
Yeah,
like,
or like
fucking you.
someone cool, like oh fucking Negan, what the fuck? That's crazy. I want to see how that works, or Noctis, and shit like that.
Exactly. But like for like fucking Street Fighter, imagine playing a game. Well, like that was your main for like the for every game and like, oh man.
Yeah,
You
these
gotta
are like
wait.
actual characters, like Guile and shit. You know, like mainstay
These are characters who
Street
have been in
Fighter,
the game
like
forever.
Blanca.
Fuck, I hate it. That
And
they
like
made
sure the
Blanca
argument of
so
like,
weird.
hey, Lei Wulong was in the game. Like, fucking okay, that's fine. But do you need to play with him? Like I don't.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things.
Like the hardcore Lei Wulong people will buy Lei Wulong. It's not a big deal. But and they've already moved on from this point. But the Street Fighter people, like this is like mainstay cast. Like
Yes.
I don't know if Tekken really has a mainstay cast besides the Mishimas, because they kind of flip flop around. You know, you always got Law, you always got Paul, you always
Exactly.
got Lee, shit like that.
Like imagine like today you had to pay for Kazuya. Like people
Yeah, that
would
would
be
be terrible.
pissed. Like
Yeah, like the game just releases with Heihachi and Jin, and then Kazuya comes next year.
I could see them doing that with Heihachi since they officially.
I
killed him.
can absolutely see them do that with Hiachi. Like,
yeah, the
in
next,
future.
well, like canonically, yeah, because he's dead.
Well, like yeah, he's dead. Like I don't know, like they'll probably do a Robo Hiachi or some shit.
I'd fuck with Robo Heihachi.
I'll buy Hiachi. I'll play with him anyway. So
yeah,
like fucking
that's why the next game's gonna be tag or cross Street Fighter, so they can bring back dead people.
yeah, that's why. that's,
Well, I mean that's
they're
not
doing
why,
it.
but that's another good reason that they can throw out.
Oh shit, we got 2 minutes left of the podcast. Should we extend to 30 minutes or are we ended?
Nah, we can't do that. We can't rewrite the rules.
We have rules.
However, I am excited for Terry Bogard in Smash. Should be coming soon at least. I'm excited.
I don't think he's coming soon.
People think Friday.
That's
Because
like,
recently.
is there a direct on Friday?
Well, no, because there was a thing. I don't think it necessarily has to be a direct. I'm sure there's like an explanation video, like how they did with Joker at the very beginning. But
Well, like, did they
going-
announce like a video coming Friday?
They haven't announced. What did they say?
What they did technically like drop is that the new like there was like a new spirit board and everything coming, and the only thing that people saw is that the licensing that ended with
SNK.
yeah, ended with SNK, and the other licensings besides the one that they dropped now didn't have SNK
I'm
in
assuming that they're putting PNGs of SNK characters in the game now.
Yeah, but if
They
they're
haven't put
putting
in,
like PNGs of SNK characters, then Terry's probably coming with it. Maybe.
that, I don't think that's. We'll see
Maybe.
when we get there.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, that's how we found out about Terry in the first place. Early was they put their fucking copyrights in. They need to work on that.
Maybe SNK is just horrible at keeping secrets, and they're just trying to push
Well,
this
like-
shit out as much as they
Well, like
can.
you need the copyrights in there, Zach. You can't.
Well,
you
yeah, I know,
can't-
but they can like wait on the announcement at least.
Yeah, the copyright is just as important, because if they're not gonna add in any of the well, why add in the PNGs and the spirits of SNK characters, but also not add in Terry? Like, I think it's a completely new update as well, because they have to.
They update Smash too much.
They have to add in. No, they don't.
They might do the
Wasn't it, like,
gimmick
version
of like.
5
They
No.
might do the gimmick of like
That's like
he's in the
version
game,
4.
but
I mean,
he's not
still.
playable.
in a year.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't fucking know at this point.
I mean, it's been a year because I bought it on my birthday last year.
It's about to be a year.
Yeah.
yeah, it's about to be a year.
All right, guys. See you next Chillcast.
Fuck. All right.
All right. I've been Zach, and you know D-Dub, and thanks to our guest Sly
Yeah.
for
that's
coming
me.
on
Yeah.
late.
I'm gonna post a fuck ton of feet. Be on the lookout for that.